In the lush, subtropical reaches of southern Japan, Mount Shinmoedake rises from the heart of the Kirishima range, a living, breathing giant that has shaped the land and the lives of those who dwell nearby for generations. Its presence is impossible to ignore, a constant reminder of nature's immense power and unpredictability. Its perfect cone dominates the landscape, both beautiful and ominous, standing as a sentinel over rolling forests and ancient villages. The volcano's silhouette is etched against the sky, a symbol of both creation and destruction. For centuries, locals have respected its power, knowing its calm exterior hides a fiery heart. Generations have passed down stories of eruptions and survival, teaching children to live in harmony with the mountain's moods. Shinmoedake is carved by wind, rain, and ancient eruptions, its history written in layers of lava and ash. Each stratum tells a story of past upheavals, of molten rock that once flowed freely, shaping the land into what we see today. Stand at its base, and you sense the energy beneath your feet. The ground feels alive, humming with the memory of past eruptions and the possibility of future ones. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of humanity's smallness in the face of geologic time. This mountain isn't conquered, it's coexisted with, its moods carefully watched. Scientists and locals alike keep a vigilant eye on its slopes, reading subtle signs, tremors, steam, shifting earth that hint at what lies beneath. Shinmoedake's fame soared after starring as a villain's lair in the 1967 James Bond film You Only Live Twice. Its dramatic profile captured the imagination of audiences worldwide, forever linking the volcano to cinematic legend. But the real drama is far greater than any movie. The mountain is an active volcano, part of the volatile Pacific Ring of Fire. This vast chain of volcanoes and seismic activity encircles the Pacific Ocean, making Japan one of the most geologically active places on Earth. Constantly monitored by teams of scientists, it's not a question of if Shinmoedake will erupt, but when. Sensitive instruments track every tremor, every plume of gas, providing precious moments of warning to those living in its shadow. In July 2025, after years of quiet, the sleeping giant awoke, reminding the world of its raw, untamed power. Ash billowed into the sky, and the earth trembled, a spectacle both terrifying and awe-inspiring. This is a place where myth, beauty, and danger collide. Legends speak of spirits inhabiting the mountain, and its ever-changing face inspires both reverence and fear. The story of Shinmoedake is not just about the past, but the ever-present risk beneath the surface. Every crack and fissure is a reminder that the earth here is alive, always shifting, always changing. Here, survival means respecting the wild forces that shape the land. The people of southern Japan live with the mountain's rhythms, adapting, preparing, and finding beauty in the shadow of the sleeping giant. Subscribe like an 8-Sair Cosmo Academia. Trouble began quietly. Subtle ground swelling, a series of small earthquakes, and wisps of sulfur gas signaled that magma was on the move beneath Shinmoedake. These early warning signs, often overlooked by the untrained eye, were closely monitored by scientists who knew what they meant. The volcano was waking up. By late June, volcanologists raised the alert. Shinmoedake was restless. Teams of experts worked around the clock, setting up sensitive instruments and analyzing seismic data, hoping to predict what might come next. On July 3rd, the mountain erupted violently. A colossal ash column soared 6 kilometers high, visible for miles around. The eruption unleashed a deafening explosion, sending shockwaves through the surrounding countryside. Day turned to night as thick ash blotted out the sun, plunging the region into darkness. A thunderous roar echoed for kilometers, and ash rained down on towns and forests, coating everything in a grey blanket. Authorities quickly enforced a 3-kilometer exclusion zone, keeping people safe from falling ash, choking air, and the threat of deadly pyroclastic flows. Emergency services mobilized and roads emptied as residents heeded the warnings. The eruption was Shinmoedake's most powerful in years, ending a long period of calm. For many, it was a shocking reminder of the volcano's unpredictable nature and the power that lies beneath the Earth's surface. Satellite images captured the vast ash cloud drifting across southern Japan, disrupting air travel and blanketing cities hundreds of kilometers away. For local communities, it was a test of resilience and preparedness. Residents donned masks, cleaned ash from rooftops, and supported each other as they faced the ongoing threat together. The world watched as nature's fury unfolded in real time, with news broadcasts and social media sharing dramatic images and stories from the ground. Even in modern Japan, the wild remains a force to be reckoned with, reminding us that technology and preparation can only go so far against the raw power of nature. Shinmoedake's eruption was a stark reminder. The earth beneath us is always alive, unpredictable, and capable of awe-inspiring displays of power. After the eruption, a new challenge emerged: ashfall. The sky, once clear, turned a haunting shade of gray as fine particles drifted down, settling over everything in their path. It was as if the world had been dusted with a layer of chalk, muting colors and muffling sounds. Winds carried volcanic ash across Miyazaki and Kagoshima, blanketing towns in gray. The ash didn't just fall nearby, it traveled for miles, carried by shifting winds, reaching communities that had only watched the eruption from afar. Roads, rooftops, and fields disappeared under a gritty layer, transforming daily life. Cars became unrecognizable, gardens vanished, and the familiar landscape was replaced by a monochrome world. Residents sealed homes, wore masks, and moved cautiously. Ash is hazardous to breathe and dangerously slick. Even a short walk outside required preparation, as the fine dust could irritate lungs and eyes and made every step uncertain. Flights were grounded, and agriculture suffered as crops and soil were damaged by the acidic ash. Farmers watched helplessly as their fields, once green and thriving, were smothered, threatening their livelihoods for months to come. The same volcano that creates fertile land can destroy it in moments. The cycle of destruction and renewal is a constant reminder of nature's unpredictable power. Cleanup was massive, but the community responded with practiced efficiency. Streets echoed with the sound of shovels and brooms as everyone pitched in, determined to reclaim their homes and routines. Crews cleared roads, neighbors helped neighbors, and life adapted to the new reality. Children learned to play in the ash, and families found new ways to cope with the daily challenges. Japan's experience with eruptions showed in their swift, organized response. Emergency teams coordinated efforts, distributing supplies and information, ensuring that no one was left behind. The disaster tested the region, but also revealed its strength and unity. In the face of adversity, people came together, supporting one another and finding hope in shared resilience. Shinmoedake's ash was a reminder. Survival is about adaptation and cooperation. The mountain's presence is a constant, shaping both the land and the people who live in its shadow. Even in adversity, the human spirit endures. Determination and hope shine through the gray, as each person finds strength in community and tradition. The landscape would recover, shaped once again by the mountain's power. New life would push through the ash, a testament to nature's resilience and the promise of renewal. In the shadow of volcanoes, resilience is a way of life. Here, people learn to live with uncertainty, drawing strength from the land, their history, and each other. Shinmoedake is a stratovolcano, a mountain built layer by layer from lava, ash, and rock. Its steep, iconic cone is the result of countless eruptions over thousands of years. Stratovolcanoes dominate the Pacific Ring of Fire, forming where tectonic plates collide. Their eruptions are fueled by thick, sticky magma that builds pressure deep below. Unlike gentle shield volcanoes, stratovolcanoes erupt explosively, creating dramatic landscapes and real danger. At the summit, a crater marks the volcano's central vent, sometimes filled with water, sometimes with a growing lava dome. This layered structure is nature's blueprint for both beauty and destruction. Shinmoedake's anatomy explains its power and its unpredictability. Understanding these giants is key to living safely in their shadow. The mountain's shape tells the story of its fiery past and its potential for future eruptions. Subscribe like an HCR Cosmo Academia. The secret to Shinmoedake's explosive power is trapped gas. Deep underground, magma is loaded with dissolved gases under immense pressure. As magma rises, pressure drops and gases form bubbles, like opening a shaken soda can. Thick magma traps these bubbles, building pressure until the rock can't hold it. When the plug gives way, the result is a violent eruption. Ash, rock, and gas blasted skyward. The eruption column can reach supersonic speeds, rivaling the force of nuclear explosions. Pyroclastic flows, superheated avalanches of ash and gas, race down the slopes, destroying everything in their path. This is why stratovolcanoes are so dangerous. Eruptions are sudden, powerful, and unpredictable. Monitoring pressure and gas is critical for early warning. Understanding the science behind these eruptions is essential for survival. Shinmoedake's fury is a reminder of the volatile forces beneath our feet. Shinmoedake's eruptions are part of a long fiery legacy. Official records date back to 1716, with major eruptions shaping the region for centuries. Recent activity in 2011 and 2018 forced evacuations and tested Japan's disaster response. The volcano's power is ongoing. Living near Shinmoedake means constant vigilance. Eruptions are part of life's rhythm here. Its legacy is written in ash, lava, and the resilience of those who call its slopes home. The mountain's story is inseparable from the people and land it shapes. Shinmoedake's fame isn't just geological, it's cinematic. In 1967, it became the lair of Bonneville and Blofeld in You Only Live Twice. The volcano's dramatic crater was the perfect backdrop for movie fantasy. Tourists flocked to see the real-life villain's base, blending myth with reality. But recent eruptions have shifted the story, reminding us that nature, not Hollywood, writes the final script. Shinmoedake is both a pop culture icon and a force of nature, demanding respect beyond the silver screen. Subscribe like an 8-share Cosmo Academia. In Japan, living with volcanoes means preparation and vigilance. The Japan Meteorological Agency monitors every rumble using a vast network of sensors and cameras. Color-coded alerts and public drills ensure everyone knows what to do when danger looms. Evacuation routes are marked and shelters are stocked for emergencies. Engineering solutions like Sabo dams help protect against mud flows and debris. This culture of readiness is woven into daily life, born from centuries of experience. Science, education, and community action turn risk into resilience. In the shadow of Shinmoedake, survival is a collective effort. Volcanoes are more than destroyers. They're creators. Their eruptions shape continents, build islands, and enrich soils for agriculture. Volcanic gases helped form our oceans and atmosphere, making life possible. Fertile land around Shinmoedake exists because of its eruptions. Volcanoes regulate the planet's climate and drive the carbon cycle. They are Earth's way of renewing itself, both a threat and a gift. Respecting their power is essential, but so is appreciating their role in sustaining life. Shinmoedake reminds us we live on a dynamic, ever-changing planet. Survival means understanding and coexisting with these forces. In the end, volcanoes are a testament to the wild, creative energy of our world. Subscribe, like, and share Cosmo Academia.